Alright guys, going to make another video here, back in the FR-S. And today we're going to talk about the exhaust on my car. Primarily the header that I chose for the car. And that is it's the Gruppe-S unequal length header. You can't really order it online or anything. I called right up to the shop, ordered it with them. I think the guy I talked to, his name is Eddie, real nice guy, was able to get it out to me quick. Worked out a deal since I was a return customer, and we got the oil pan heat shield that they also offer with this car. Since you don't have the OEM heat shield around your header anymore, I thought it would be safest to get the oil pan heat shield just to keep the temperatures down a little bit. So shipped out real quick, got it a couple days. Really the only complaint about it was that the shipping protection isn't the best. They do pretty much, it's just a box that the header fits in, and it's just shipped in pretty much a plastic bag. No packaging, anything to soften when the box is thrown around or anything for shipping. However, product was not harmed when I got it. It was totally no scratches or anything. They do use a bar to go from end to end just for support, and that holds it at length because it does have an expansion joint in the middle. So when you go to install, you may have to bump the header to line up perfectly. I did have a small exhaust leak between the header and the overpipe. I don't know if that had to do with misalignment during install, or it was just not a flat flange. I can't say for sure either way, but I did just use a little extra sealant, and it's been good ever since. Just use the gasket supplied with the header, and we're all sealed up. And for the sound, it sounds excellent. It's one of the most proud of about the car. Of course, that comes along with having the boxer engine, but just the pairing that I have on this car, I feel that it's subtle enough to not be obnoxious, but it definitely has that deep growl I was after. It does get a little raspy up at the very top RPMs, like when riding around on the track. My ears do ring a little bit afterwards, especially when I have my back seat and all that insulation, when I have the interior stripped for the track. It can get a little loud. On the highway, your Bluetooth is kind of useless at highway speeds when you have this exhaust system. That's kind of where you have to kind of make your decision of how far you want to go with your exhaust. Around town, as long as you're staying kind of below 35 miles an hour, the Bluetooth works okay. You can hear the person on the other end. You just have to turn your volume up. It's just them hearing you. They can hear a lot of, I'm told that you can hear a lot of the exhaust sound through the mic on their end of the end of the call. So it's very difficult for them to interpret what you're saying back. But around town, cruising right now at 45 miles an hour, and can barely hear it. It's just has a slight rumble, lets you know the car is running, but other than that, there is nothing. As you might be able to see when shopping around, that the header does look very similar to the Tomei header that's offered. If you look at them side to side, it is different. This isn't just a unbranded Tomei header. This is a different design. However, although I don't know 100%, I'm pretty sure that they're made by the same people in the same factory. I've had the header on the car for about 8 months now, and it still looks just as good as when I put it on. The price that you're given with this header, you can't really beat it. The Tomei's almost double the price as this header. So I was a little scared going into it of, is it going to be lesser quality because of the price difference? But it doesn't have the big name like Tomei on it, so you're paying pretty much for the name if you ask me between these two headers, because I can't find any quality difference in the product. Power-wise, with the unequal length header, it does kind of smooth out the power in the low to mid-range. The torque kind of gives you a little extra boost. Nothing that's going to seem it's not going to turn the car into something that you're going to say, oh, this car has some torque. A stock Miata still feels like it has more torque than this car, even with the header and the tune I have. So what I'll do is put a couple quick exhaust sounds just inside the cabin here, just so you get an idea what it sounds like, and then I will link a video right up at the top there. You can click on that to link that to the actual exhaust video I'm going to make with the car. So what I'll do here is do a quick, just wide open acceleration with the car, and the windows down a little bit to give you a little quick preview of what the exhaust sounds like with its current setup. And here we go. So hopefully found this video informative about the header. You can answer some of the questions if you were looking to get this header, or just any unequal length header, of how the car sounds. If you have any other questions, just leave some comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you and answer any questions.